Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do a quick energy check-in, and this is going to be for the sign of Capricorn. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all of that information in the description box. All right, Capricorn, we are going to just check in on your energy. See what it is you need to be aware of. What is the energy coming towards you? We're going to start by getting some message cards for you. See what your guides are wanting you to know right now. I am hearing, don't take on people's assumptions of you or their projections onto you. If somebody is accusing you of something or assuming that you are a certain way, don't waste time trying to defend who you are, because somebody that is projecting onto you or choosing to make assumptions is not really going to be open to listening to what you have to say anyway. So don't waste. It's like the minute that if somebody's like projecting onto you or making assumptions about you, the second that you go to defend yourself, it's like you're taking that on. You're taking on that assumption. You're taking on that projection. You're accepting what they're saying of you as true, even by defending it. Because by feeling that you have to defend it is like feeling like you have something to prove, and you don't want to get yourself into that energy. Like that person is looking to get a reaction out of you. Your reaction is just going to validate to what their assumptions are. And so if somebody is not taking the time to work to find the truth about you, don't give them the time of day by fighting to show your truth. Let your truth speak for itself. I do feel you might feel like you're in a period where you're recycling the same experiences, or the same issue is coming back around that you've dealt with in the past. But understand that this is not coming back around, and it's not coming back around because you're stuck in a cycle. It's coming back around so you can choose what you want instead. If you've ever listened to Abraham Hicks, she talks about the law of attraction, but the way she presents it is conflict and contrast in your life are showing you that there's energy and opportunity available for change. It's up to you to decide in that energy of conflict or contrast what you want, and move towards what you want and take action towards what you want. That's also how you clear karma. When you're presented with the same, like a similar cycle or a situation that seems to be a negative repeat of something from the past, it's simply an opportunity to grow and to evolve out of that cycle by choosing to do something different. And so choose, when you see the same experiences recycling themselves with people, with relationships, with money, with whatever, think about how you reacted and responded the last time this situation was in front of you, and choose to act in a different way and act in a direction that is in alignment with what it is that you want. This is an opportunity for you to speak on and put energy towards what you want instead. So let me see if we can get a little more insight on that message. Don't spend too much time focusing on what you don't want. Focus on what you would like to have instead, or what you feel you deserve instead. Yeah, I feel like some of you are in a relationship with another person, but I feel like you and this person keep repeating the same cycles. It might be that loyalty has been an issue in the past, or the question of loyalty has been an issue in the past. I feel like within this relationship, even though it seems that it's stuck in a cycle, or even though you're fearing that it's going to get stuck in a cycle, this is just like a growth period for you and this person. It's a period of time that's meant to kind of help you both kind of push through certain fears or certain insecurities. It's like it's an opportunity for growth, and growth does not feel comfortable. And so I do feel you're being guided to see this as an opportunity to grow. And you're getting the flexible card as the overall energy. That doesn't mean that you need to submit to like one way of doing things, right? Or let go of your values or anything like that. But it is guiding you to be more willing to do something differently. But in the sense of moving towards getting into alignment with what you're trying to accomplish, with what your desires are, with what you would like to see. It's like, see this as an opportunity for growth, and for expansion, and not necessarily as something that's going to keep you stuck in the same cycle. Anytime you're presented with conflict or contrast, it's not anything really meant to push you back. It's meant to kind of open a door for a change. And so use the energy to your advantage by speaking on what it is that you want, moving towards what it is that you want. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you have kind of maybe disconnected yourself, or feel disconnected emotionally in your relationships, or feel kind of detached, or feel within you could be like leaving a long-term relationship, or just like going something within your relationship where you just don't, like, you feel that there's some sort of distance between you and this person, or you're trying to leave the past behind and move forward. But I feel like there's a different, not that you need to go in a new direction. It's like ask for something different, make a new request, give a new, like there's a new path that you can take towards this that will get you the outcome that you want. It's not that you need to change directions or go in a different direction, but like there's a new path opening up. Because I kind of feel like if you're in a relationship with another person, there's a lot of emotional stuff that hasn't really been dealt with or communicated about. The path forward maybe is not even really clear. And so it's creating a lot of like competitive energy or conflicting energy. But it's like you're in a relationship with somebody and they have one vision of how they think that things are supposed to move forward. You have another vision, but there's a whole nother path that's available that would be more cohesive to both of you. And it's almost like this conflict between you and this person is necessary to bring awareness to what that new path forward is. If you're single and you're looking for a relationship, I feel like it's like you're gonna have, like, it's important to almost like connect to more than one person so you can get a better scope of what your options are. Like you have to go through the weeds in order to find the flower. Is that even how it got? I don't even know. You get what I'm saying. I also feel like there's a need to acknowledge the passion and acknowledge what your desires are, not just your emotional needs and not just your practical needs, but like what are your purposeful needs? What are your passionate needs? Like what desires for you do you have in terms of like fun and excitement? Like that needs to be acknowledged also. Yeah, in this relationship, it's almost like there's too much restriction. Like it's too stuck in one way of moving. There's a lot of resistance in the connection that maybe you have right now. And like I said, if you're somebody that's single and wanting to manifest a relationship, it's like there's a lot of resistance towards that because something has been moving in the same way for a long time. Yeah, there's been more focus on the commitment aspect, the routine aspect, the work involved in it, and not as much focus on the actual desires. For some of you, it's like you've been in either the relationships you've been in the past or the relationship that you've been in, you haven't been able to step into your feminine role. Like you've been doing the nurturing role, the caretaker role, but not been able to step into your feminine, sensual, like desirable type of feminine energy. And that's the energy that you're being guided to kind of focus on. Whether you're masculine or feminine, there's a need to kind of tap into that creative, sensual, passionate side of you. And that's what needs to be kind of included in your relationship. Your desires need to be out on the table in your relationship. Yeah, there's a lot of like really heavy, like protective energy, masculine energy. Like you could be in a relationship with somebody and you're both two very independent people. You're both more masculine, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but you're both more independent and more masculine. And so that feminine aspect of the relationship itself, the creative aspect, the fun aspect, like that's kind of been overlooked. And it could also be that you know there's been a lot of like work that has been done in this, like there's been a lot of struggle in the relationship, there's been a lot of things to overcome in this relationship, or a lot of difficulties, or you both have been very focused on work or something of that nature. And so like there's this like like you're both like very structured, there's a lot of structure, there's a lot of protection. You do have the Emperor and the Empress. So if you're in a relationship, this definitely does seem to be like divine counterparts. Soulmate connection, twin flame connection. But it's like too heavy in the masculine side. In both people. Too much focus on the practical. The outcome is Knight of Cups. So yeah, there's a desire for romance. There's a desire for more love. I do feel that if you've been having some sort of struggle in your relationship, I do feel that things are going to just naturally get more lighter and lighthearted. I do feel that there's kind of like this return to peace and innocence in the connection. And I do feel that it's important to let yourself indulge in that aspect and let yourself kind of bring your own dreams and desires into the connection, because there is like growth in this connection. If you feel separated from this person or disconnected from this person, I do feel that things are going to come back together, that there is a healing happening, that there is a really positive return. Yeah, and Three of Pentacles, like you're both wanting to build on this relationship. You're both wanting to work together. You're both wanting to build a solid foundation. So it's a good opportunity to kind of reconnect and grow with this person. And Page of Wands. So your guidance it's kind of similar to the Scorpio reading. So if you have Scorpio in your chart or you're connected to a Scorpio, you might want to watch that reading. But like, I hate to say like lighten up and don't take things so seriously, because your values are important, your needs are important, like all of that stuff is important, but lighten up in the sense of like what makes you feel good, what makes you excited, what passionate things do you want to see in your relationship. See this as an opportunity to bring in positive change. See this as an opportunity for a new beginning. Yeah, Full card, because it is like this is like your opportunity to sit more in your feminine space, focus more on what your desires are, focus more on having fun. For those of you who are just recently single and or are single and looking for a relationship, you're being guided to kind of just have fun with it. Don't feel that you need to find a long-term committed person right away. You're being guided to have fun, enjoy yourself, give yourself space. But for those of you who are in a relationship with another person, I feel like you're being guided to put more focus in to your creative side, to your desires, to your sensual needs, and make sure that that is addressed within your relationship. And also see this as a new beginning. This is a transition period. This is a growth period that you're in. So give yourself kind of, you know, a little bit of grace. I also feel that if you're wanting to know like the truth of somebody's feelings or the truth of somebody's intentions, you will get that, but you're gonna get it by just kind of like allowing that part of it to flow, like letting things get into a more peaceful place and allowing that to come out organically. What you're not seeing is Six of Wands, Knight of Swords. What you say to this, what you say has a lot of value and holds a lot of weight. What you have communicated has made a difference. I do feel that like you're already on the path of success. You just need to ground in what your desires are. Focus on what your desires are. You and this person both have the same desire to work on this relationship, to commit to each other. It's just a matter of kind of bringing a different level of balance into the relationship. And that is by bringing in something new, like bringing in a new awareness on what your passions are, bringing more focus into what your desires are, bringing more focus into what makes you feel lighthearted and things of that nature, like what your values are. But you're in a good position. It might feel like very uncomfortable, but it's like going through this uncomfortable phase is what's going to open you up to more. And so try to keep the focus on what it is that your desires are moving forward. All right. Love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.